it's usually not very good for either side. But this is why you want a musket, is because you can use the bayonet afterwards. And a lock in a musket's built a little bit stronger and sturdier than most of your civilian guns, so it's going to hold up longer. But these guns were flintlock ignition. I'll show you how they spark real quick. Everybody see that? Yeah. That spark would set off gunpowder in the pan. There's a little hole in the back of the barrel, a vent, and the fire would jump through that vent, hit the powder charge inside the barrel, push the round right out, and that's how a flintlock gun works. So, basically, I guess what would be good is, since kind of have a limited time, if y'all just want to ask some questions about things, that way we can get the information out to you that you want, just go ahead and ask away.
You replace a powder with a powder horn? Is that how that would work?
If you were using a musket like this, you would probably use a cartridge box with pre-rolled cartridges. There's a pre-measured amount of powder. The round ball is already rolled up in the paper cartridge. You just bite the end of it off, dump it down the barrel, and you're good to go. Oh. If I'm using a civilian gun, like a squirrel rifle, like pretty much everybody thinks of with a Texan soldier, or a shotgun, I would use a powder horn and a shot bag.
Can you tell us a little bit about this building?
This is a replica of Independence Hall. The original hall burned down probably in the 1860s. This is a replica based on descriptions from delegates that were at the convention in 1836. And archaeological work. We did digs here in the mid-1960s. We found 3 of the 4 corners of the original structure. So we know this is the spot where the original building stood. It's the same size, built right on top of the same basically footings as the original building was back in the 1830s. And of course, this is where they came in March of 1836 to declare independence from Mexico, March 2nd, 1836. They met right here, declared independence, and that's why the town of Washington is known as the birthplace of Texas. Now, this town did serve as capital. The capital, and if any of you are from Austin, and some of you are from Austin, you'll know that the capital bounced all around. It was here as Texas was being annexed in the United States, and it ended up back up in Austin. It had been in Austin for a while. Sam Houston, didn't care too much for the town of Austin because it was put together by, who knows who Austin was founded by?
Stephen Austin.
No, you're from Austin. No. Who was the second president of the Republic of Texas? Mayor Boobie Lamar.
Oh, Lamar.
Mr. Lamar and Mr. Houston served together. Lamar was Houston's vice president, but the guys couldn't stand each other. And the town of Houston was a sick place. It was a rough place to live. Lamar didn't want the capital there. He ran and was elected as president. He decided to lay out a permanent capital. Now Austin was built from the get-go to be the capital. He designed and laid out, with the help of a couple other men, the town of Austin and moved the capital there from Houston. Now, y'all can all imagine Sam didn't care too much for this because, 1, he didn't like Lamar, and 2, the capital had just left his namesake. He tried several times to remove the capital while Lamar was president. And the folks in Austin were so sincere about keeping it there that they took the archives out and hid them and buried them in the town so that Houston's guys couldn't come up and get them. And there was even later on a little incident known as the Archives War, where, in fact, I think there's a statue of this lady where she actually fired a cannon off at some rangers that had been sent to retrieve the archives when they were moving the capital here to the town of Washington. So, Austin was founded in about 1838-39, and was founded by Mayor Boobie Lamar, Ed Burleson, and a couple of these other guys. But it's one of those stops. The capital, like I said, jumped all over the place. It had been here for it had been here since 1842, and it left in 1846. And it was part of the reason that the town of Washington kind of found itself being put on the map. That and the fact that they were running cotton out of this town downriver and selling it along the coast, and they were running steamers up and down to do that. And they were able to beat all their competitors a little bit further downriver to the market and make better money than they did. So, if any of you go to Barrington Farm today, have y'all been to Barrington yet? Are you planning on going to Barrington?
Someday.
Okay, well, Barrington is an 1840s, 50s cotton farm. It's a working farm. So you kind of get an idea of what was going on in this area at that time. It's a lot like Sauer Beckman, but we're about 60 years earlier or so, 50, 60 years. So, any other questions?